It's Week 5 of the NFL.
And coming up, we'll see the electric Jayden Daniels.
He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Commanders and the Browns, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We are just east of the U.S. Capitol, about 8 miles or so, at the home of the Commanders, Northwest Stadium in Landover. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg Wild, first month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games, some finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you say, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar, every month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September, you're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how good your own team is.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. The Browns led out by their quarterback, Deshaun Watson. The stardom early in Houston. Now his 3rd season with the Browns, 8th season in the league, as Watson tries to get this Browns team going in this one.
Some games, the quarterback can just go out there and just take what the defense gives them. They don't have to necessarily create a lot of opportunities for their teammates to go out and perform, and they can still come away with the win. I think today, though, he's going to be asked to carry a little bit more of a load, make some more plays happen, be a little bit more assertive. If he does that, his team's just going to continue to get better and better, and it's going to be a tough matchup.
Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Shotgun snap to Watson. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Look at 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Joe Bitonio, former All-Pro, guilty on that one. Watson to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. On the carry, this is Nick Chubb. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense. Still 3rd down.
The penalty helps a bit, but it's still 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Watson. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Browns getting their punting team out there. The Commanders have Jamison Crowder ready to return. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10.
Roughing the kicker. Defense. Automatic 1st down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Watson going to give it to Chubb. And he will carry his offense to the red zone. Inside the 20-yard line, a pickup of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Once again, it's Chubb. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. 9th play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. Back to throw is Watson. He's got it at about the 8. And he's into the end zone. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Browns. That touchdown number 1 for him on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
York, good on the extra point. And the Browns will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders come out with the man they hope leads them into their new era. Jayden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick in this past draft from LSU. Greg, this is the man who won the Heisman Trophy with the Tigers in Baton Rouge a year ago.
There's really no way around it, Mike. I mean, let's just call it what it is. This has been a disastrous start to their season thus far. I mean, they desperately need to get a win and change some of the energy in that building, because I can assure you,
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith forcing his way in to bring him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11. Now 3rd and 10.
Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. Whoa, things are getting tougher. It's now 3rd and 15. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This returnable from inside his own 40. The Browns offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Flags coming. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line. To throw on 2nd down is Watson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. That is Jonathan Allen, the big defensive tackle, in there for the sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On second down, here's Watson. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and long. Here's Watson. They'll set up the wide receiver screen with Cooper. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up. Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. The veteran Jamison Crowder deep to return. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Commanders' offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Whoa! They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
It seemed there was a bit of a busted coverage in the secondary, and I think that's what led that receiver to be so wide open. And that's a ball that just needs to be put on him. It doesn't have to be a perfect throw. It doesn't have to be thrown on the money. Just make it catchable and take advantage of that opportunity.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. And the defense all over this one. They knock them down, and it'll go down as a loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
This one caught by Akins. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Watson. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Crowder to return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Commanders' offense ready to take over once again. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And they finally get him down. Good gain on the ground, but hold everything. Maybe a reason he got so free. On the option, here's Robinson. Well, they'll get the penalty yardage back here. Pickup of 10, and it will be 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd down.
He'll get this out wide.
Daniels pass. Complete to Zacchaeus. A gain of
3rd and a yard.
3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he will have the Commanders' first down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
By Martin Emerson.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He finds Jahan Dotson. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A nice throw by the rookie from LSU. And he's got his team a first down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space. Because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
One more time, it's Robinson. And he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back.
Holding. Offense.
So holding is the call, and take that touchdown off the board. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. He'll take this one down to the 8-yard line. This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. So a little extra time to think about this 3rd and goal as we've hit the end of the 1st. It's the Browns with the advantage. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Third and goal. Third and goal. It's Daniels. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. And now they're faced with a 4th and goal.
Ramiz Ahmed on for the field goal.
The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Commanders are on the board. It's 7-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The Browns offense getting set to get back to work. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
There's a short throw caught by Njoku. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Daniels. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Commanders' 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. That one intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Browns offense ready to see what they can do. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now Watson. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run a toss to Chubb. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. Now, we have an injury, and it's Nick Chubb, who missed nearly the entire 2023 season. 3rd and 9. On play action, it's Watson. This pass deflected and caught. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
As that play unfolded, Mike, I thought he was going to have a chance to find the end zone for the 2nd time here today. And I'll be honest, if I'm the play caller, by the end of this drive, I might give him one more shot at the end zone. But either way, they got to be thinking coming away here with 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They motion the slot man left. They run on the jet sweep. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's going to be taken down.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
Quick throw, taken in. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. Tight end going in motion here. Now a handoff to Ford. Play 7 of the drive coming up, and it's 3rd and goal. Here's Watson. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and it'll be 4th and goal coming up. Cade York and the field goal unit coming on the field. This about as short as you can get. York's kick is good. And the Browns go out to a 10-3 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Commanders' offense and running back Brian Robinson on the field for their next drive. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. Finding the veteran tight end, Zach Ertz. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 36-yard line.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Automatic 1st down.
And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in on the stop. 2nd down and 8. On play action, Daniels. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those 2 things are on point, it results in a 1st down.
He's going to keep it himself. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Throwing now, Daniels. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Another run here for Robinson.
Robinson again, the ball carrier.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll go. Here's Daniels. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Robinson. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Browns' 18-yard line.
A run here. It's Chris Rodriguez. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. 1st down, 1st and goal.
1st down and goal to go.
Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He runs with it. He is in. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Browns offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Before this next drive gets started, I want to tell you what's coming up in primetime here in Week 5. First week of October. Starts tonight with Sunday Night Football. Memories of the 70s sure to come to mind as the Cowboys and Steelers meet. It's in Pittsburgh at 8:20 Eastern. Followed tomorrow by Monday Night Football. It's the Saints against the champion Chiefs at Arrowhead. This is brought in downfield by Judy. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. Shotgun snap to Watson. To the left side, he's got Njoku. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. From the shotgun, here's Watson. A throw on the move is caught. Now a 3rd and 2. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Commanders' offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the 21-yard line.
They'll throw with Daniels. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Daniels. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the visiting Bucks who were able to come in and win one on the road. John Wolford, a touchdown pass in the victory. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Jonathan Brooks, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. This is intercepted. Picked by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Intended for David Njoku. It's 2nd down and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, here's Watson. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Watson going to give it to Chubb. And some good blocking, springing up a gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Watson. This is caught at the 2. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
The 3-yard line.
Here's Chubb. He slams it in there, and he is in. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
York, good on the extra point. And the Browns go up by 7. It is now 17-10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll have a Commander's first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And he'll get this up to the 44. Zadarius Smith, the linebacker, in on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment defense. Still second down.
The man in motion is Zacchaeus. Give, and here comes Robinson. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll go again with Robinson. And he will have the Commander's first down. He has it by plenty as they keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Play action. Here's Daniels. That one complete to Brian Robinson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
At the 43-yard line.
Throwing is Daniels. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Rodriguez. And he will have the Commander's first down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
That's into the hands of Zacchaeus.
Holding offense.
They'll run it here with Robinson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the the 35-yard line.
On the ground, it's Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Now Daniels. They'll try to set up the screen here. Looking for room out on the edge. He's not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 8-yard line.
Play action. Watson. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. And they're going to get him down right at the 25.
Gain of 18 on the play.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Watson. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Ben Sinnott was the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
24-yard line.
Daniels now going to look to throw. Set up the screen. Out wide, it's Brown. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. This one is caught by Dotson. And he is very close to the 1st down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. The Commanders set to kick this one away. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He keeps it himself. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Holding offense.
They'll start on the ground with Chubb. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
That is intercepted. That's the veteran linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal.
So when you talk about cover 2, really the area that they're a little vulnerable. They're vulnerable deep or intermediate on the boundaries, and they're vulnerable down the middle of the field. Remember, those 2 safeties, Mike, hence why they call it cover 2, they are splitting the field in half. They need to cover from the goalpost all the way out to the boundary. That's a lot of room to run.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. Man in motion is Brown. They'll run with Robinson. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
One more time, it's Robinson. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Washington. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal, and Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Here comes Ford on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On play action, it's Watson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Watson. That's taken in by Chubb. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. Now Watson keeping this on the zone read. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
Taken down back at the 49-yard line.
3rd and long. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Watson. He's going to air this one out looking for Cooper. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
Amari Cooper.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Tie game, fourth quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to 1st and goal. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
A run up the middle with Chubb. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1. Tie game, fourth quarter. Who wants it more? 3rd and a yard. A second effort, and he is in. Nick Chubb, touchdown Browns. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Now it's York for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Browns will go up by 7.
Commanders 17.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Man in motion is Brown. Another run here for Robinson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing now, Daniels. Now here comes the screen to Rodriguez. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Watson. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb.
Nick Chubb on the carry. Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
On 4th down, out comes the punter. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. On the zone read, here's Daniels. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense, and I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He's going to take a shot down the field. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run it. It's Rodriguez. And he will score. Chris Rodriguez. Touchdown, Commanders. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Now an opening past the 30. What a great return. All the way down to the 40-yard line.
I mean, you talk about a potentially game-changing play. I mean, that's a big one right there. They've just lost the lead. It's a tie game late, and he takes the kickoff and nearly springs it the distance.
The Browns offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. Yeah. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
Taking off.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
Watson going to give it to Chubb. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle.
He's brought down at
Well, this sets up a big call here, Mike, on 4th down. You find yourself in a tie ball game with the ball. Do you decide to keep your offense on the field and try to play for 6? Or are you content coming off the field, taking the lead by 3? We'll see what this coach decides.
So, a pressure kick here for Cade York. This to take the lead here in the 4th. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
The Commanders' offense and their running back set to go once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs. They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Here's 1st and 10.
That's another Washington 1st down.
The man in motion is Zacchaeus.
33-yard line.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. An injured player on the field, and that is Myles Garrett being tended to. They cannot lose him. What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is 1st down and goal. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. It's Daniels. And he's in. Luke McCaffrey. Touchdown, Washington. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
The extra point is good, and the Commanders have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. That's over the middle and caught by Judy. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain. as we get set for 1st and 10. Watson. Right back to Judy. He's got it again. Huge catch and run. They finally get him down, but there's a flag. Not sure if this one's going to stand. The road gets a little tougher now. It's 1st and 20. To throw is Watson. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, they'll come up for 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. To the left side, he's got Njoku. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. This crowd trying to be a factor, getting very loud now. It's 3rd and 5. Throwing again is Watson. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Forrest. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
Extra point attempt to come here. His kick is good. And the Commanders will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Ford on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and quarterback Deshaun Watson getting set for their next drive. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. On 1st down, it's Watson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Now sets up a screen for Chubb. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price. So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the 1st down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle them short of the chains, force the turnover on downs.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9, just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. A run here with Rodriguez. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
A 45-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
At their own 30-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Watson. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Watson to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. Here we go. One final play. He's going to let this one go deep. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win here for the Commanders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. And in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Commanders are winners as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.